Hello Earthlings! I'm Imani and I am back from Europe. Woo! Yeah, it has been 7 months since I've been home. I've been home for a week now, a little over a week. So a lot has happened in 7 months. I was studying abroad in Valencia, Spain for 5 months, and then 2 months after that I was just traveling. I did improve my Spanish. I'm not fluent, but it's a lot better. So I've been getting a lot of questions from friends and family members about like going to school in a different country and backpacking and all that jazz. I'll answer some of the frequently asked questions. One of them is, why did you study abroad and why Spain? So I studied abroad because I was kind of in like a low point in my life mentally, and I just needed to get away and do something different, and I've always wanted to study abroad like forever. I've always had the travel bug. I love traveling, so I was like, where is a place where I can improve my Spanish and travel around Europe? So Spain. I liked being in Valencia because it's so close to a lot of things. It was very easy to fly to other countries, and it wasn't too expensive to get to other countries either, which is great. Throughout the semester, I would take weekend trips to different cities. I think I went to 8 countries total. Spain, Italy, France, Germany, the Netherlands, England, Ireland, I can't remember right now, the Czech Republic, Greece. 9 countries I visited within 7 months. How much was it total? I'd say for 7 months of both my study abroad program and traveling combined was about $15,000. And it kind of seems like a lot, which it is. You can definitely do it for cheaper than that. But I decided to go through a program that was outside my university. But if I did go through a university program, it would have been like so much cheaper. But now I know. So if you have the opportunity to go through like a school program, do that. It was worth it, in my opinion. People ask like, how did I pay for it? Because obviously I'm not made of money. I am a student. So for the 6 months prior to when I left the semester before, I worked and I saved every penny. I'm not kidding. Like every paycheck would go straight into my savings account. And I live at home with my mom, so I like didn't have any expenses for like, I didn't have any bills or anything, so I was lucky in that part. Staying at home definitely saves me a lot of money in general. The money I made from work obviously went to my abroad program, which was about $7,500. The rest of my expenses were rent, food, and then travel. Other than working, I did have help from my parents, my grandparents, and then I took out a $6,000 loan from my university. I will be paying that back for a while, but it's okay because the loan that I took out from my university, I don't have to pay back until after I graduate, so it's okay. I will survive. Like I said, completely worth it. I don't regret anything. This is something I've always really wanted to do, so I did everything in my power to make it happen. I loved the location. I lived in a shared apartment with 8 other girls, and I had a roommate who was lovely. We never had any problems. We always communicated. It was fine. It was great. Like, don't have very much complaints there. Living with 8 other people was a big change for me. I'm not used to living with a bunch of people. I just live with me and my mom, so it was very interesting to live with a lot of different people. But honestly, I got along with all the girls. We never had big issues, just, you know, little things here and there, and we all became pretty close. The apartment was a bit dodgy at times, just because things would have kept breaking on us.
Our bathroom's leaking. You want to check it out? Go and get to like the actual drips.
Okay. Lovely. The ceiling in our bathroom fell down. But honestly, it wasn't a big deal. I liked the location we were in. We were right in the center of town in Plaza de Ayuntamiento. It's where like everything is, and it was easy to get to other parts of the city from the center. So it was only like 20 minutes from the beach, or yeah, 20 or 30 minutes from the beach. So I liked it. The only thing I didn't really like was kind of the school side. I know, it's not that I thought it would be easy or anything. I just don't feel like I learned as much as I could have. I Spanish culture teacher was Scottish and she didn't really teach us anything, so it was kind of a bummer because I was really looking forward to that class, and like because I like learning about history and things like that, so it would have been really cool to like actually like learn some stuff. But yeah, I took a Spanish and Latin dance class, and that was a lot of fun. So overall, I felt the experience was very beneficial. I met amazing, incredible people, and I did learn a lot of Spanish. Mi español es mucho mejor. I was able to meet and connect with a lot of different students from all around the States. Obviously, lots of different students in Europe, especially when I was traveling on the weekends and then after my program. I met so many cool people, not even just from Europe, but from South America and Korea. We became very close with one of our Korean foreign exchange students. She's amazing and incredible, and I hope to travel with her in the future. Another question I got was, did you feel safe traveling by yourself? Yes, I never felt unsafe. There's a couple times where I was a little sketched out just because I kind of got lost, but I never really felt unsafe, or I've never felt like I was being followed or anything of that sort, which I know does happen to people, especially young women. But as long as you are aware of your surroundings and you have an idea where you're going, like, you'll be fine. Female solo traveler tips. So my top tips would be to arrive at your destination before dark. It's not a very good idea to just be walking around trying to find a hostel or a hotel or whatever by yourself at night. Public transportation might not run late and things like that. So just try to arrive in the morning or midday, just before it gets dark. There are apps like Google Maps where you can download maps onto your phone so you don't need service to access them. Definitely suggest downloading those things. Know where you're going, know where your hostel is, know the address of your hostel. It's a good idea to also know the emergency phone number because not everywhere in the world is 911, so look that up beforehand. Get a purse that is crossbody and that zips closed, and then keep it in front of you and keep it closed, especially if you feel like unsafe or like you're in a sketch area. It's hard for people to jack your stuff if it's all like right here. So try to blend in. Like, obviously for me it was kind of hard to blend in like Spain. Just try not to look like a tourist. Obviously in the like tourist zones, you know, Sagrada Familia and stuff like that, obviously you're gonna have your camera out and be taking pictures. Be as inconspicuous as possible. Another tip is tell someone where you are and where you're going. I would update my mom and my best friend who is studying abroad in Germany while I was in Spain, like where I was going next. I'd always have my Snapchat updates and stuff, so people always knew where I was, so if I just like disappeared suddenly, it would be noticeable. My last safety tip is just to trust your gut. You know when something doesn't feel right, and if you ever go somewhere and like you have that feeling in your stomach like, oh, it shouldn't be here, leave. Whether it be a hostel or any location, like if you don't feel like safe or good, just leave. Doesn't matter. Your safety comes first. Another question is, how hard was it to be away from home and your family? And honestly, at first it wasn't hard at all for a long time. Like, my family and I are very close. Leaving was like kind of hard just because I knew I wasn't gonna see them every day like I usually do. But I was talking to them all the time. I was texting them, I was Snapchatting my mom every day, Skyped with them all the time. Missed my friends a lot too, but we would Skype and Snapchat, text and stuff. I always knew what they were up to. I don't feel like I missed out on anything, and I missed them, but I didn't really feel homesick up until the last couple of weeks before I came back. So like a few weeks ago. I feel like as long as you keep yourself busy and you stay focused on what you need to do, it's easier to not be homesick. Last question I have is, which place treated me best as a foreigner? I didn't have any problems like with people treating me bad, because you know, customer service in Spain isn't always like the kindest or the nicest. It's kind of just like, here's your stuff, bye. But it's not like people were mean to me. Or the most hospitable country I visited was Greece. Everybody was so overly kind. Like, they were so sweet. So after my program ended, my mom came to visit me and like to see Valencia and like where I lived and stuff. And then from there we went to Sevilla, and then Sevilla to Rome, Rome to Athens, Athens to London. So I went to Athens with my mom and I loved it. I was like Greece was one of my top locations that I had to see. So, and I just fell in love with Athens. I loved all the history and like the old buildings and the museums and stuff like that. It was just so cool. When my mom went back and I was traveling by myself, I decided to go back to Greece and island hop. So I went to Crete, Santorini, and Mykonos, and literally everywhere I went in Greece, everybody was so nice to me. I never had any problems. I always felt safe. I feel like Crete is definitely one of my favorite locations of all time. It was amazing. If you want me to tell more stories or more details about my backpacking trips and adventures, leave a comment below and like this video, and maybe I'll do that in the future. It was an amazing, incredible experience. I would do it again in a heartbeat. I will go back eventually. I need to make money again. I'm already planning my next backpacking adventure. I'm hoping to go to Central and South America, but we'll see. Studying abroad and traveling taught me a lot about myself, how things are in different countries. It taught me about my own culture and other cultures. It's just so nice to talk to people from all around the world and really see things from a different perspective. I'm very thankful to everyone who helped me with my travels and studying abroad. And it honestly meant the world to me, and this is exactly what I wanted to do for so long. And I feel so much better, and I'm in a clearer space now that I've really got to just like take some time for myself.
What did you learn?
I learned how to be more independent and proud that I'm independent. That's what I learned. And I have a whole new perspective on the U.S.
I learned that bras suck. I haven't worn one in 4 weeks, a real one at least. And also, Trump's a piece of shit.
I learned some Spanish and poquito. I learned how to navigate public transportation, which is actually a life skill that I didn't think about. I don't know, I feel like some of the things I'll notice when I go back home.
So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Give me a like if you found it helpful. Comment below any other questions you have about travel or backpacking or studying abroad or anything. Just leave your comments below. Let me know what video I should make next, because now I have more time to actually like sit down and make videos. Check out my abroad vlogs. I have many of them. They're all in a playlist. I'll link that below. And obviously don't forget to subscribe, because I will be making more videos more frequently. See you in the next one. Bye.